YouTube, back with another one, man. The title of this video is The Boxes We Create in Our Minds and How to Escape. So, throughout life, throughout your childhood, throughout your adulthood, just throughout life, period, we go through life, patterns, habits, ways of thinking. These start to become our ideology. This starts to become our world. This starts to become our reality. Well, it is because what you do frequently, what they say, what you do frequently becomes your frequency. I made a whole video about that in the past, but so let's talk about it like this. So my childhood, I created patterns. What were some of those patterns? Um, Not talking much, not expressing myself much, um, not saying how I truly felt all the time. Um, and in other ways, hard headed, like to have fun, enjoy solitude. But then I got to my preteen era at like 11, 12. That's when I was introduced to Young Pharaoh. And from about, I would just say, I started my spiritual journey. That's when I was aware of it. But then I want to say about from 13 to 18, those 5 years, I created a whole new reality. Um, in complete honesty, I did not think about much except for bettering myself and where I would like to go. My soul desires. That's really all that I was thinking about. And so which that was a box I created for myself. Um but it was a positive. That box kind of it was pushing me forward. But now from 18 to 21, I gained more responsibilities. Um the weight of the world started to become real, and I realized that box that I was in as a child, I'm still dealing with that. I'm still dealing with it. And one thing that happened, I changed my whole reality. Some people say frequency. I just changed my way of thoughts. I changed the way I moved. I changed the music I listened to. I changed the way I ate. Um and I did that for 5 years to all kind of spin backwards to go back to that first box I was in where I didn't really realize what was going on. I didn't realize that it was when you're a child you don't realize how it's certain parts um that I'm missing. As a child you don't know that, but as an adult you start to realize that, and then you can get pulled back into that box if you're not accepting of what went down. Of I'm not saying what other people did to you. I'm just saying of life period. If you're not accepting of what happened. And another thing, I didn't I either read this or heard someone say it on YouTube or I read it somewhere. You are only The human mind is only capable of loving truly around 20 people. Like, I'm not talking about um in a romantic relationship, but just in the people around you. I'm pretty sure it's 20. It might even be less than that. It might be 15, anywhere from 10 to 25. I'm not really sure, but I have to do my research on it again. But I just wanted to bring that up because that time period, those 5 years from 13 to 18, to be completely honest, I didn't worry about much of anyone except for myself. And one thing I did, I'm going ahead of myself, but I didn't really worry about anything but myself and my future. You know what I'm saying? And now, when I got a little older, I realized some of the things I was missing in family, like family wise, right? And then so as I got older, 13 to 18, it didn't really affect me too much. And I thought I accepted it. But from 18 to 21, I realized I wasn't, I thought I accepted those things, but I truly did not feel the depth of not having what I, you know what I'm saying, what I thought, what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? As an older person begin to want, because as a child, um, you can't really feel the weight of the world. Your imagination is just so open, and then you're going to school, you're coming home, you're playing outside. You might hop on GTA 5. That was, you know what I'm saying? That was the time. That's what I was doing. But now I did a breakdown on the boxes. This is my first video in a while. Hopefully that was understandable. So, as a box as a child, it was cool. I had problems, but I didn't realize I had problems. Then 13 to 18, I was great. I thought I accepted everything, and I did for that time period. And then when I got older, I started to realize I'm missing certain things. And I can't blame people that I'm missing certain things, but it's parts of myself. It's from situations that have happened throughout time, that and it's decisions that I've personally made as well, that brought me to this box that I'm currently in. You know what I'm saying? But my tip on how I'm getting out of this box currently is you really have to think. A lot of times we are so distracted. You may indulge in cannabis. You may um, constantly scroll through TikTok. You may drink alcohol. It's a lot of things that we can distract ourselves with. And instead of distracting, uh, improve. Instead of uh, putting your blinders on and not looking towards it, look straight towards it and go after it. Get to the root of the problem. That's what I'm doing, because I started to do emotional things. And while I was in an emotional state, I made a decision. Um, and I'm not mad at all. I don't really regret my decision. I still have to learn and deal with it. But sometimes we have to let go of things. If things, because like I said, we have a limit on how many people we can love. If I didn't finish that thought. And certain people do not deserve your love. Some people do not deserve your thoughts. And I'm not saying we should love every human. We should not hate anyone. But that true love where I'm really trying to, I will go out my way to help better this person. You cannot have that for many people. You have to really truly look at life and sometimes be selfish. Um, Now, if you're a parent, you have to live for your children. You made a decision. But before that, be selfish. And to be honest, I don't have any children yet, but one thing that keeps me going is the future, is thinking about me being a father one day. Like, um, and so basically what I'm trying to say, to get out of these boxes, figure out what's truly important to you and start removing those negative patterns. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. But to grow, you have to release certain things. Um, and that does not mean physical things all the time. It can be a mental barrier that you have set in a certain relationship, and that's why you may have to get out of relationships, because it's a certain mental barrier and you're not even supposed to truly be in that relationship. Look at what you are getting from life. Look at what got you into this box. What feelings, what attitudes, what habits got me here. And realize you have to maybe write these down. If you're good enough, keep mental notes. But start changing those things. Start changing those things. And it's a constant battle. It's a constant battle to grow. And especially the farther and higher you get, it's going to continue to get harder. It's going to continue to get harder, but always remember you can make it through. New levels, it's always going to be new devils. Um, but this was kind of long and more all over the place than I expected it to be. But hopefully, fuck hopefully, but I know this will truly help someone if they can try to feel where I'm coming from, because I'm not perfect at speaking. But we're back, and I'll try to get better, post even more, and I will be posting even more. Um, because I have to change. I have to get out of the box, and the door is cracked. I just got to open that bitch up. Let's go.